Coming to you from inside the Patterson Golf Technology Center, we're here with Chawwadee Rompothong, the head coach of the Yale women's golf team, and let's talk about this state-of-the-art facility first, since that's where we are today, and trophies in the background, and really this leaves an impression on anyone who comes here. But how do you put it to use with your team?
It's a great facility. We use it a lot during the winter time. We have the state-of-the-art golf products out there as far as About Golf Simulator, which we actually use as a women's team, more for teaching purposes. You could play like St. Andrews, Yale Golf Course, and kind of like a simulator round. We don't do that as often, but we do use the cameras in there and the radar detector telling you, exactly how far you hit it. So in the wintertime, we do a lot of work with fundamentals, checking your swing. There's 4 cameras, which is pretty neat. You don't have to turn it, when you turn on the computer, the cameras go on. You could evaluate your swing without me being there. So the players come in anytime you want. The gym's open from pretty much 6 in the morning to like 10 at night. So it's convenient that it's on campus. I come in for a 15-minute, 20-minute study break, look at their swings. I tell them what to look at. Then we have this state-of-the-art putting green and chipping area, again, where you can always work on your short game, and other video analysis with we have Tommy putting system, which kind of, again, there's a lot of feedback, so you have to be careful with that, but it's a great way to be efficient with your practice and kind of make sure you're doing the right things and being more conservative with your time, especially here at Yale, where golf is important, but so are your studies. So being efficient is very important. So they come here for a study break during the season, because we practice outdoors at the golf course at Yale, and so they come here at evening after working out, use the Tommy system to look at their putting, look at their About Golf, look at their swing, and just do any kind of little tweaks for their games that's kind of tailored towards them.
What were the reactions like the first time your current athletes saw this place, and then any recruits who've come and looked at it? What have the reactions been like?
Pretty much awe. I mean, it's pretty impressive as far as this eye catcher. You come up through the stairs of Paint Winning, you see this like grand trophy case, and you see the Dave Patterson Golf Technology Center. So it's pretty gotten a lot of great reviews about it as far as the aesthetics and also the functional use inside here, because again, it's called Technology Center for a reason. We have again the state-of-the-art practice equipment as far as About Golf, K-Vest, like anything out there in the golf world as far as gadgets, and Sonic Golf with Dr. Grober, who is a professor here at Yale, who developed, again, a swing aid for kind of auditory purposes as far as hitting, there's always kinetic feeling for the K-Vest. You got About Golf for the visual learners, and now you have the Sonic Golf for the auditory learners. So anything that's new in the golf world we have. And so, again, it's useful for us to be able to have that equipment to try to be the best we can.
And it's already been a very successful year for your team, Winthrop Invitational being the most recent example of that. But talk about the successes and what your outlook is.
I feel great about our aspect this year as far as winning the Ivy League championship. It's proven, like the Technology Center in general has been great for us this winter, because during spring break and the Winthrop event, for example, we haven't played outdoors since October. So the majority of the practices has been inside this place right here for the months of January, February, and then March. We were outside playing in the first event. We just went from the snow here, literally, because it snowed in New Haven, to Jacksonville, and finished phenomenal. We finished 5th at a really tough event against top 50 teams, and everyone shot in the mid to low 70s, which is quite incredible considering they haven't played outside, to winning a week later at the Winthrop Invitational, shooting again in the low 70s and beating a bunch of top 100 teams. And it just shows that the practice facilities that we have here, we were very effective with it. And going with that win, we're still practicing here because the weather's kind of been a little dicey in New Haven, and practicing outside. We have 2 events coming up, and we look to be very competitive and hopefully bring two wins back-to-back with Columbia and Ivies, maybe making it 3 in a row is my expectations.
And this has been a program that's been successful not only from season to season, but has cultivated success once athletes graduate from Yale. And you have had a good history with the LPGA, going back to Heather Daly, Donna Frio, and even more recently you've got some alums making headlines there.
Yes, recently at the 2000, I guess it's called 2008-2009 LPGA qualifying school, Ji Hei Lee, who I got to coach, had the privilege to coach for 1 year, in 2006, because she's a graduate 2006, she made it to the LPGA Tour. She made her first cut, I believe, a week ago, and made her first check as a professional, which is a great feat because, obviously we're not at, your typical Division I school where it's all about golf, and these are not scholarship players where they play every year. To be able to go out and graduate in 2006 and take a couple years to make an LPGA Tour is a phenomenal feat. And I like this one fact that we're still, we have more wins on the LPGA Tour than Duke does. And I only said it because Duke has dominated the collegiate golf world for the last decade for the most part. And they still have yet to have a professional win on the LPGA Tour, and we already have 2 under our belt, courtesy of Heather Daly D'Onofrio, who was my coach when I was here, and Jihei's looking very good to hopefully win one this year as well.
You talked about your time here as a golfer, so let's transition. What made you want to come back to be the coach here?
Why wouldn't I come back? I think one of the things, I think it's a privilege and honor to be back at my alma mater. I mean, I had a great time as an undergraduate here, and I saw the potentials. I mean, they're still developing the program when I was here. And to be able to have the opportunity to come back and work with these talented young ladies and see the whole league grow in Division I golf is very exciting. And obviously I have a personal kind of attachment to this because I want to see the program blossom. I think it is possible to get the best of both worlds as far as excellence in the classroom and excellence on the golf course. And with golf, I think it's one of those sports where you could kind of compete nationally with everyone else and still be able to not have to sacrifice a great education. And with the course at Yale being, the #1 collegiate golf course and the potentials there, and it's always ranked top 50 as far as this classic golf course in the country, I think we have all the right ingredients to actually develop a world-class golf team and world-class young ladies. So it's just exciting because, I just love my time here at Yale.
All right, Chawwadee, well, thank you, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Chawwadee Rompothong, the head coach of the Yale women's golf team from inside the state-of-the-art Patterson Golf Technology Center.